Hey, what's up guys, Sid here and welcome to another video. In today's video I'm going to show you 3 of my top core exercises. So core is essential for skills like the L-sit, the V-sit, handstands and pretty much all of the skills in gymnastics. So it's important that we develop this core strength before we move on to more difficult progressions and exercises. So number 1 on my list, hanging leg lifts. This is a great exercise to strengthen your hip flexors and your core, specifically your abs. And this can be done in many different variations. The most difficult one is doing it with straight legs. There are many ways to perform the hanging leg lift, but the most common variation is just doing them with straight legs, toes to bar. Some easier progressions for the hanging leg lift is by doing it with tucked legs. A second variation is doing a tuck to 90 degrees and then you straighten the legs and do a negative. So the goal here is to get the knees as high as possible in the concentric, and then you want to straighten the legs as high as you can and do a negative. Another variation you can do is leg lifts with a high tuck. Now let's go to exercise number 2 on the list, and that is going to be body levers, or as they're more commonly referred to as dragon flags. So this will be performed on a stall bar or any object that is stable enough to hold your weight. This can be performed with bent or straight arms. Straight arms is going to be more difficult and will also help you strengthen your straight arm strength. But if you want to focus on your core, you should do it with bent arms. So the easiest way to regress this exercise is by shortening the lever, which means that you're going to pull your legs closer towards you. Since the further out the legs are, the more difficult it will be. So start in a tucked position, repeat it just as before, maintaining that hollow shape, keep the elbows tucked in, and then you can simply just try to slowly extend the legs out and make a more open tuck. The next step will be to do a straddle. So you can do this with a negative or you can do concentrics, and remember that the wider your straddle is, the easier the exercise is going to be. So if you have good flexibility, that is going to help you with this exercise. So the third exercise, planks. This is one of the first exercises, and this is one of the first exercises I like to use to teach protraction, posterior pelvic tilt, and how to engage the body correctly for skills like the handstand. A way of making the forearm plank more difficult is by moving your feet backwards. So essentially, the further apart your hands and your feet are, the more difficult it will be. But make sure to always maintain that hollow body shape, protract the shoulders and engage the abs through posterior pelvic tilt and squeezing the glute. Another variation of the plank is just a regular plank with straight arms. You're gonna have the shoulders on top of the wrist. Keep the shoulders protracted, maintain posterior pelvic tilt and get full body tension. To make this exercise more difficult, you can do just the same as before and move your feet backwards into a long hollow plank. And this is one of my favorite exercises to teach the hollow body position for the handstand. The last progression on the plank is to do a long hollow plank on the wall, and this is a great way to further make the plank more difficult and progressively work your way towards a handstand. If you want to learn more skills like the handstand, increase core strength or anything like that, then you can check out my training courses at bodyweightmastery.net. You can find the link in the description. So guys, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more videos, then please subscribe to my channel and make sure to like and comment what you thought about the video. And if you want to learn more about gymnastic strength training or bodyweight training, then check the link in the description for my website with training programs and all that stuff. That's all for today. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.